on Twitch from Philadelphia.
Yo, Gab, you wanna play COD?
This is a new experience for me, competing in this type of event.
I think I match up really good against them.
Done, but Mr. Alright, good night, guys. GG.
Ciao.
No, I'm still playing. I'm still playing.
Well, Greg, we're in the final stages of the regular
the chink
season.
of the group is leaving. Bye, guys.
What?
The chink is leaving. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yep.
Bye-bye.
Because GMs are watching these games, seeing who packs it in and who continues to grind. So your future is at stake.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Jeremy Grant, Doncic out there with Gary Harris. Then it's Naz Reid, and it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. MP, no good. Now Grant.
Are we going to someone tomorrow afternoon? No. Yeah, where?
Coming off a solid outing against Denver. Doncic passes to Oubre. And here's Reid. Back to Oubre. 6 on the shot clock. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Bane with the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
MP's shot is good.
What a deft pass by Morant. He finds a wide open man as quickly as anybody in our league. In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Hey, Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
And here's MP for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his third. Assist on the night. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against Denver.
Well, you saw how dialed up they were from distance. The defense just couldn't get out to everyone.
And that explains their three-point percentage. They had more than a few players giving the defense absolute fits from range.
You know, during his career, Doris, we've seen Kelly Oubre adapt to multiple coaches and teams.
He has, Kevin, and he do that through hard work. Oubre improved his perimeter game early in his career, and now he is very capable of adding offensive punch and defensive versatility to whichever roster he's on.
And he's good on the second. During his childhood, Hurricane Katrina forced Kelly Oubre Jr.'s family out, and they had to move.
And the Oubre family moving from New Orleans to Houston. Kelly saying he still thinks about the day his family left NOLA. Feels lucky they found a new home.
Now, here's Doncic, following the miss by Jaren Jackson.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. MP's got 9.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Harris finds Doncic. And Adams sends it back.
This is one of the toughest bigs in the league. Steven Adams challenging opponents defensively. Nicely done.
And Doncic throws it down.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Brett, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Mavericks trail by 4. Harris outside. Morant against Doncic. Passes to Reed. Four on the clock. Here's Harris. The shot, no good. And it's Memphis the other way. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. A 3 from MP. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. 14 points for MP.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here is Harris. 9 points last game. 55 seconds left in the first. On the wing, Doncic. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Doncic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And here's MP for 3. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Oubre outside. Back to Doncic. And there's the pass to Reed. And Adams sends it back. They get it back. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Memphis. They're leading by 8. MP dishes to Jackson. The 3 from MP. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Grizzlies lead by 11. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. On the court. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Harris against MP. Oubre inside the three-point line. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
Look at how confident Kelly Oubre is in the catch and shoot. You know why? Because he worked at it.
And how about the career Gary Harris has had up to this point?
What you love about Gary Harris is he's going to do whatever his coaching staff asks him to do. He can make a three-point shot with great consistency. He's willing to share the basketball. He can make clutch free throws late. There was a time in his career where he was a real force on the defensive end.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Dinwiddie. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Dinwiddie's got his first points of the night.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
And when you're trailing like this, just focus on one possession at a time. Keep hitting singles.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Kings was tremendous. He finished with 57 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. That free throw missing.
Kelly Oubre Jr. entered this league as a dynamic athlete, excellent in the open floor, but give this young man credit. He's worked hard to develop the perimeter game that's absolutely critical to success.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Adams checked in. The three from MP. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. MP's got 25 points.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
MP against Harris. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Pass to Oubre. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Harden kicks to MP. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Dinwiddie passes to Reed. Here's Harris. And it's off the back rim, no good. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
We just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. MP is out there with Morant, and it's Bane in at the 3. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. And Doris, for teams trying to establish culture and institutional values, what makes that possible? How does that work?
I think that begins from ownership through the front office and then down to the coaching staff and then finally to the players. But, Kevin, we know this. It can't be just talk. Show me, don't tell me. You have to be accountable to your teammates and to the organization.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch. David, thank you. A putback. It's good on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And here's MP for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Harris against MP. From 10 feet out, and Adams sends it back. Bane passes to MP. Count it. MP's got 40 points.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Dallas calls timeout. Tillman, he's checked in for Memphis. Williams comes in for Jaren Jackson. Dallas also making some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Reed. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jeremy Grant. And Josh Green subbed in for Harris. Oubre dishes to Zeller. Tries again. And it's good on the way in. Zeller's got his first points of the game.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
Wasted no time on that one.
Oh, great ball movement there.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Oubre outside. Morant against Doncic. Here's Green. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Green's got his second bucket tonight.
This guy has been elite as a passer since he entered the league. He takes pride in making the guys around him better.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
The Mavericks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. He kicks to Green. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. MP's shot is good.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Back to Doncic. Takes the 3. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And Doncic loves the ability to respond with a 3. That is tough.
And here's MP for 3. Yet another bucket.
And just like that, he's tied the record for most 50-point games.
Greg, this is a record I never thought would be matched. Unbelievable season from him.
You look back at Wilt's 62 campaign and all the records it spawned, absolutely stunning to see the 50-point games record be matched.
Here's Oubre. Tillman grabs the miss. The Grizzlies shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. A 3 from MP. Mavericks with the rebound. Zeller's got 7 rebounds in the game. They get it again. Here's Oubre. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Oubre's got 10.
Well, you can see Kelly Oubre Jr. just wants it more than everybody else. Such heart and desire.
And here's MP for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Doncic against Morant. Doncic outside with 2 seconds left, and the layup is up and in. He's got 15.
What a finish by Luka Doncic. Don't underestimate his strength. The Don has got that in his game.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. And with as many 3-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
Grizzlies with some changes. Aldama's checked in, and MP subbed in for Brooks. Then for the Mavericks, Grant, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. Oubre comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Doncic is subbed in for Anthony. On the floor for Dallas, the backcourt pair will be Doncic and Dinwiddie. Grant is out there with Green, and it's Oubre in at the small forward. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
See, Kelly Oubre understands how to take advantage of his athleticism on the interior. That's nice.
The first one falls. He's off on the second. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. Brooks finds Moutier. The 3 from MP. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. MP's got 58.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
A 3-ball. That one, no good. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alders, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
All right, the big day is here. The finals are set between Cash Money J and A. Loki for that grand prize of $200,000 here on Last Gen. And I wanted to know a little bit about the cards that they're using, so we're bringing in Jimmy, aka the My Team Professor. Jimmy, how you doing?
Doing great, Chris. Thanks again for having me. I'm excited to talk about a lot of different cards today.
Absolutely. So let's break it down. What can we expect in this finals matchup between the cards of these two players?
Well, there's a lot of common threads between
And we're in the home stretch of the season. For teams looking for a ring, Grant, what's important right now?
Well, at this point of the year, for those teams that seriously have a chance to win it all, it's all about health. You got to get everyone across the finish line healthy and fresh, and of course, injury-free. And after that, it's all about the little things.
Well, look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid are playing up front. Tyrese Maxey is out there with Dennis Smith.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Here's Morant, following the score by Philadelphia. MP way outside. The rebound by Embiid. Knocks it loose. Here's Morant going inside, and then Morant with the dunk.
The quick feet of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
MP against Maxey. Pass to Embiid. It's rebounded by Memphis. Their last encounter in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the Sixers.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand. Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Time called here. The Grizzlies decide to talk it over. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves. Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive. He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Well, whenever you bring up the 76ers, you instantly think of Joel Embiid.
Oh, no question. He's the face of this franchise. Embiid is as good as anyone in the league. Off the floor, Joel is willing to take the blame when things don't go right. That's who you want as a leader. When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Back to Harris. Brooks defending. Inside, 6 on the shot clock. Embiid to end the run. And he can't get that one. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams. MP with it. Now guarded by Harris. Brooks, the pass to MP. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost. Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Maxey against MP. Here's Harris. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass. There's a lot to like about Tobias Harris, his comportment, his versatility. He's adaptable. I think that stands out as well. I mean, he's had to play a lot of roles on different teams, and he's done them all at a high level.
12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Pass to MP, fires the three, and again, it's Memphis with a three. Well, with Harris, he's willing to sacrifice a larger role for the betterment of his team club.
Yeah, and B.A., I think that speaks to his desire to play winning basketball, to play the game the right way, to play to his strengths and not try to do more than he can, whether he's looked at as a primary scoring option or simply being a spot-up shooter or one of three options. Harris has that disposition that says, I'll do whatever it takes.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzly. Memphis has gotten 21 points so far from three-point land. They're 7 of 10. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. James Harden out there with MP. And it's Bane in at the small forward position. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Mavericks just played phenomenal. He ended up with 58 points and also did a lot of damage from long. A Hall of Fame level performance the whole league is talking about now. It was a masterpiece. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Rebounded by James Harden.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
From deep, MP. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
To the wing, right side. Jackson against Muscala. Pass to Smith. Shoots over Harden. Here's Embiid. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Embiid's got 4 points this quarter.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And the three-pointer goes.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Now here's Smith. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
He didn't make it all about himself. His passing was sharp, and he kept everyone involved.
Embiid can't hit.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
It's stolen by Maxey. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And pick and rolls never more prevalent in the league than they are right now. And there's always someone the defense has to leave open in those scenarios, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you know, it's amazing. It's such a simple play, but it's so difficult to defend, especially with the shooting that we now see in the NBA and the great spacing on the floor. It's a play, as you said, every team uses and executes well in their offensive attack.
Count that one.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And here's MP from outside. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists here tonight.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triples. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Now here's Smith. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Yep, that one goes.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. The Sixers getting their last shot to go.
Now, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
It always helps when your opponent turns. The ball over that many times. I thought it was the deciding factor overall.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's Springer. And it's Tillman with a rebound.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Well, Clark, when you joined the NBA in 1982, there were around 300 players. Nowadays, it's over 500.
Yeah, you know, some would argue that's more opportunities, which is factual, but also others would say it's a little watered down now. But there are more good players, so I think it's basically an expansion of the talent level we see across the world. And the world is where the game is played, and that continues to be demonstrated by the number of international players that continue to make a mark on the NBA. So overall, I think it's a good thing to see the number of players expand at the NBA level.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Sixers head coach Doc Rivers earned the nickname Doc back in college for wearing a T-shirt with Julius Erving on it. In the NBA, he said, quote, "The first game I started was against the Sixers. I went over and said, Dr. J, how are you?" And he said, "Doc, how are you?" I said, no, I'm Glenn. But he said, "No, you're Doc." And that made me feel like $1 million. Guys.
All right, thanks, Allie. Pass to Springer. Moran against Melton. Embiid with it. Shot clock at 5. Here's Thibault. They get it back to stop the run. Oh, the nice bucket inside from Embiid. Embiid's got 8 here in this quarter.
Embiid right there to get the rebound and put it right back up. Excellent anticipation.
From deep, Embiid. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 5th assist in this one.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Melton misses. And so it's Memphis with it. MP outside. Takes the 3. Yet another bucket.
There it is. 50 points for him, and the record is his.
Boy, I'm in awe of his season. To have this many 50-point games is just something most players dream of.
Another 50-point game in a season that's been full of them, and this crowd rightfully excited.
Boy, it's been a privilege to witness greatness firsthand. They'll tell their kids and grandkids about what he's doing. we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Grizzlies out in front, running away with it. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The 76ers shooting at 45% of the game so far. Taking a look at the 76ers. Harris and Embiid are playing up front. Maxey out there with Smith. Here's Harris. The shot comes out. Now Memphis takes it the other way. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well. I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
To the paint. Here's Maxey. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Maxey's got 10 points in the game. MP outside from the arc. Good! That's another bucket!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Harris outside. Brooks defending. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. And he makes a first. James Harden, he's checked in for Morant. Muscala, he's checked in for Philadelphia. No good on the second free throw.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm. The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old. This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Now here's Muscala. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Just 5 on the clock from 20 feet. And another miss by Philadelphia. And the Jacksons, just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Grant.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
Maxey against MP. Back to Maxey. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. For 3, Smith. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 5 rebounds in the game.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Tillman's checked in for Adams. Clark comes in for Jaren Jackson Jr. And it's Bain in for Brooks. For Philadelphia, they've gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, B.A. Well, Joel Embiid drawing comparisons to some legendary big men. He said, quote, "I want to be mentioned as one of the greats. That's my goal. And obviously being a Hall of Famer. But you've got to take step by step, one day at a time. It's going to take a lot of work, and I'm willing to put it in. Guys."
Now he's well on his way, Allie. Thanks. Out to the right wing. Back to Melton. Pass to Springer. Driving to the basket. And that one is hammered home. home.
With two hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Here's Springer. From deep, Melton sinks the tray.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Bain. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And yes, another basket.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Thybulle on the wing. Here's Springer, covered by MP. Springer, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Williams comes in for Tillman, and it's Ja.
Tell you what, fellas, I mean, an outstanding stretch for Harris has been awesome at adding pieces to his game over time, specifically that three-point shot.
Pass to MP. Lets the three fly. Good! Another from three.
And this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now for most threes in a game.
And the points keep piling up and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from downtown. And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.
And then break it down the other cards, starting with Cash Money Jay. What can you tell us about the other two cards he has running alongside the big three?
Absolutely. So he's got LeBron and David Robinson, like I mentioned. And that's a big thing because LeBron can do it all. You're just looking at cards that can really do it all. That can shoot, that can spread the floor, space the floor.
The last game of the season is always surrounded with a lot of hope. Playoff hopes for most teams, and Greg, hopes for the future for the others.
In one way or another, every player is happy to reach this point, either so they can finally get their playoff run started or so they can get their well-deserved rest in the offseason.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. Ja Morant, he's out there with MP. And it's Clark in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's MP. Coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And both free throws good for MP. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. From outside off the mark. And for the Grizzlies, they come in off a good outing against Philadelphia. MP passes to Clark. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set. This stage of his career, he takes quality shots when he's inside.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And a strong bench gives you the flexibility to bring someone in and exploit a certain matchup.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Towns down low. He's covered by Clark.
Yeah.
Towns, no luck.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
The Timberwolves have gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. Dylan Brooks seems like a very spirited player, but he plays with a lot of emotion.
I've heard coaches say he's the team's biggest cheerleader. Whether that's game time or practice, Kevin, he loves to motivate his squad to be at their best. And the lid comes off the basket after 4 straight misses. They finally get one.
And here's MP for 3. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This is what I like about Ja Morant. He stays open to all options. Right there finds the open man.
Minnesota calls timeout. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with the win.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Murphy with the ball. Now defended by MP. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one's on Morant. Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And so Murphy hits them both. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. MP outside. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Now, here is Russell. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. McDaniels finds Edwards. They get it back. A nice shot by McDaniels.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
MP, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Edwards can't hit.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Here's Brooks. And that one's drained from the low block.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 6-point game. Inside. Murphy can't hit. For Memphis, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Brooks, good, and the nice assist from Morant.
Muscling his way around the floor, Brooks able to absorb contact without it affecting the shot.
Edwards passes to Russell. Edwards dishes to Towns. Outside Russell, the 3. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. And a deep 3 from MP. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. The issue that concerns him the most about the team they're facing tonight is matching up with that quickness. He said at times we may go with a smaller and quicker lineup ourselves. Other times we have to use our physicality. It really depends on the flow of the game. Guys, we'll see how this one turns out.
All right, David, thanks. Here's McDaniels. Brandon Clark picking up that last basket. That one goes. Count it.
Oh, and look at how well he let him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
MP outside. From deep. Good on the triple. MP's got 11 points.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Russell. Pass to Murphy. And here's Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And then Murphy with the dunk.
Man, how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
The 3 from MP. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Already ahead by double digits, trying to run away and not look back.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Memphis out in front. They lead by 12. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And Glenn. .131 left in the first half. To the inside. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Memphis.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
The 4 and the 5, it's McDaniels and Towns. And there's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Murphy in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Russell finds Moore. Now, here is Murphy, covered by MP. He gets that one. 8 points for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And a bucket like that one might be just what they need to cut into this lead.
Russell passes to Moore. Back to Russell. MP against Murphy. Back to Russell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And another thing you like about Russell, just good size at that lead guard position, and makes him a handful to defend inside.
The Timberwolves gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And so Russell hits them both. There's 31 seconds left now here in the second. The 3 from MP. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Russell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And that's pro. Russell gets his man a little out of position and draws the foul.
And so Russell hits them both. And a deep 3 from MP. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 6 assists in the game. And so it's Memphis going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. MP is out there with John Morant. And it's Clark in at the center filling out the middle. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Philadelphia played some huge minutes. He had an impressive number of points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it, and he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
And that's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well, because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
Well, Smitty, after his sensational rookie season, I think people knew that John Morant had an unlimited ceiling.
Kevin, now we know it's not just high, it's through the roof. Ja was Rookie of the Year, and he keeps upping his game. We could, Kevin, be looking at an all-time great.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And he has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Memphis on defense. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. If he passes to Anderson. Now, here is Murphy. And it's off from three-point range.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime. And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Timberwolves trail by 19. Outside Edwards. Pass to Murphy. Tipped away. Russell kicks to Murphy. Will it go? Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
On the boards, Gobert is unstoppable, easily winning himself a second chance look.
And the three ball is good. That's now 32 points for MP.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Outside Edwards. The pass to Gobert. The Grizzlies pull it in. Morant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's MP. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Russell's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the slam dunk by Russell.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Morant finds MP. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 9th assist in the game now. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Murphy passes to Edwards. Outside, Russell passes it to Gobert. Back to Russell. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the middle. Here's Clark. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Clark's got 6 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Murphy can't hit.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
For 3, Edwards. They get the rebound. Here's Gobert. Shot to stop the run. Feeds it to Anderson. And the rejection by Jackson. MP, that's for 2. The shot missing. And Minnesota now the other way. Jackson gets the bucket.
In terms of raw tools, Jaren could become one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. We'll see how it plays out.
Here's Russell. It's rebounded by Memphis.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
And the basket by MP.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Russell feeling it out a bit. It's Edwards on the wing. There's the 3. Russell no luck.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And so it's Memphis, leading by a full. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice.
Here for the Timberwolves. Memphis also making some changes. Aldama's checked in, and MP subbed in for Conjaw. There's 1:47 left in the 4th quarter. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels at small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Out to the right wing. Back to Edwards. Pass to Russell. And here is McDaniel. To the paint. Shot clock at 5. Edwards. That's good.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Memphis.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game after game and been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72-win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Moutier dishes to Adams. And here's MP for three. Knocks down the three ball. MP's got 50 points.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The tray. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Here's McLaughlin. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in.